Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Trenton and Heath, where we are talking everything shoes. Have you ever asked yourself, what do I do when these little heel pads or these top lifts wear down? Do I throw my shoes away? Do I donate them? What do I do? Stay tuned and we're going to tell you exactly how we fix this problem. The heel pads or the top lifts wear down on our shoes. If you wear shoes, if you wear high heels, if you wear boots, it doesn't matter. Every pair of shoes has got some sort of rubber on the back that prevents us from slipping. Whether you're wearing a high heel, you have the little rubber tip on the end. If you're wearing a cowboy boot or a boot, you have the rubber top lifts on the back. And the same with this pair of dress shoes and this Allen Edmonds right here. When I talk about the top lifts, I'm talking about this little pad here. So these are your heel blocks and these are your top lifts. Now what a lot of folks do, because we get this problem from customers every day, they come into our shop and a lot of times they're like, hey, I want to get a shoe shine. And then we turn the shoes over, we look and we're like, whoa buddy, you've blown through your top lifts. You're wearing into your heel block. I always like to tell them it's a little bit like driving a car. The top lift is your tire and the wooden block or the heel block is your rim. When you blow through your tire, you don't continue to drive on your car because it's only going to ruin your rims. Well, the same thing goes with your shoes. If you start wearing through this top lift and you eat into this heel block, it's only going to be more costly when you bring the shoe in to have it repaired. It's best to always check your shoes and make sure that right before the rubber wears out, you bring them in and we can have them replaced. And that's exactly what we're going to do today with this pair of Allen Edmonds that this customer brought in. He wants to have these replaced, and that's what we're going to do. Here we go. So this is going to be a simple fix. Again, we're not resoling the shoe like we've done on previous videos. Today we're just removing and replacing this top lift. They're called top lifts. A lot of people just call them your heel pad, whatever. I know what you're referring to. For these Allen Edmonds, most of them always have this little piece of rubber here. So after you take off the top lift, it has this little piece here, and a lot of times they're worn out, and if that's the case, we can replace it. But this one is in really good shape. He hasn't eaten into it at all. This is a customer that, that's brought his, shoes in to have them replaced at just the right time. So that makes our job a lot easier. It doesn't cost him anymore. It's a quick and simple fix, and we'll have him back on his way, and he'll be good to go for quite some time. All right, top lifts are removed. What I'm going to do now is just sand this down to rough it up a little bit. I'm going to put some glue on here, put some glue on the new rubber top lifts. We'll glue them, staple them, sand it down, bam, the job's done. Okay, so we're ready to put the glue onto the heel block, but what I want to show you first, so this is the old top lift that was removed. And rubber heel pads or top lifts come in different varying sizes of thickness. And it's called, that measurement is called iron. So this one would be a 12 iron. There's another one we've got that's a 15, and I have both. But I want to take the old top lift here and I kind of compare it, sit it next to it, because I want to get whatever's closest to what came from the factory. So this one, the 12 iron, is about as close as we're going to be able to get. So that's the one that I'm going to go with, this little 12 iron here. I'm going to put the first coat of glue. Usually I like to put 2 coats. And then I'll let this first coat set up for a few minutes, kind of harden a little bit. I'll come back, put another coat, and then it'll be ready to stick. All right, so we've got the first coat. I'm going to set those aside for about 10 minutes, and then I'll add another coat, and then we'll come back. So we've let the glue dry. I've got 2 coats of glue on each of these. It's a compound glue. So once they've set up after about 20 minutes or so, and you stick it together, it makes it super strong. So now I'm just going to put the top lift on there like that. I'm gonna put it on the press here in a second. And then after that, I'll sand it down and we're almost done. We've got them, you can see we've got them sanded down around here. And now I'm just gonna, I gotta cut this off to make it flush down in there. But then after that, I'm gonna take it, put it on the, there's another sander, it'll make that a lot smoother. I'm gonna shoot some nails in here, put some stain around the edge, and then polish the shoe. Sander here. And it's just super smooth, it's a a fine grit paper, and it's the last thing that we sand around the edges here to make these edges look like glass after they've been polished. It makes it really smooth and just gives it that really, finished look. All right, so I've put the final touches on the edges here. I ran it through the buffing machine. You can see now the top lifts are brand new. And see how slick it is. Now all we're gonna do is polish the shoes up and they are all ready. Now when you're using this polish on a lot of these higher end shoes, especially like these Edmonds and whatnot, this is the brand we use most often around here, Saphir. We've got, the higher end ones. We also carry Saphir, a different label. But this customer paid for the higher end Saphir product on his shoes. And it's super easy to use. If you've watched any of our other videos before, and we're gonna have other videos talking about shining shoes that'll be coming. I mean, this is as simple as it gets. I mean, you're literally open the jar, use a little dauber, or use an old shirt or your fingers, and you're just working the cream into the shoe. And then once it's in there, you just let it dry for about, a couple of minutes. You can leave it on there for half an hour, it doesn't matter. And that's all there is to it. Sorry about that. The shop is open, so yeah, you're gonna hear the bell going off. All right, folks, we're going to let that sit, let these shoes and the cream on it, you know, dry to a haze, and then we'll come back in a couple of minutes and we'll buff the shoes off, and we're all done. All right, guys, so I am finished up. As you can see, I got the top lifts on, new top lifts, new rubber, and shined. They're good to go. So anyways, that's as easy as it is. We will do more videos on top lifts, rubber heels, whatever you want to call it, as well as a lot more topics regarding shoes. That's what our channel is all about. So if you like this video and you want to see more of it, we appreciate it if you would like it. Again, subscribe to our channel. Heath and I will be doing a lot more videos together. I know these past several videos have just been us doing stuff in our shop, and we have a lot more of those coming as well. But pretty much anything you want to know about shoes from an insider's perspective, we've got it covered. So again, thanks for joining us. We look forward to talking to you next time.